Hi guys, Pleximus is here together with Rion. Welcome to episode 4 of our All the Mods 7 to the Sky. And today what I discussed with Rion is we want to do two or three things in the next few episodes. Starting off with trying to get some power for these automation. So what we want to do is all the sieving, the hammer, the sieve, we want to automate that in a first step. And for that, we will need a little bit more than just a coal generator. What we checked since the last episode is if the whole process is giving us enough coal so that we could say we are sieving the material, we're getting the coal, and then we will have a pipe back to the coal generator, so we will have an endless cycle of generating the power for the process. But that's not going to work. So what we would need is something else. And I mean, if you look in the quest book after the getting started, so we have done the getting started, and then they're saying starting power. In this starting power, we did the first generator, the coal generator. And if we're then going into getting started part 2, they send us directly to getting more power with Mechanism. If you look here, that's Mechanism. Also here up this way. And then they say more power, the skyblock way. That's the classical thermal. So we would produce lava to do that. And then, going into thermal generators. But what we have done also in other mod packs very successfully is using Mechanism and some other components from Mechanism. So not only here the coal generator, and we will show you that in one of the episodes down the line. But we've been very successful in doing that in an extremely efficient way. And I want to show you that also with this mod pack. But for now, it's really, really difficult to do that because we don't have all the resources. So what we want to do is starting off with here with the with the metallurgic infuser, and then going down the route of going into a windmill. Controlling circuit, use these pieces to make 2 energy tablets, and with these energy tablets we can then start to do a windmill, so a wind generator. So that could be one of the areas that we are doing in this episode. When we have this, I think we should be set up to build. I mean, the ideal case would be to have 3 of these cobblestone generators into the hammer, into the sieve, so we can do the gravel, the sand, and the dust, and generate a lot of resources. That would be the step 2. And then the step 3 is immediately after that, we will need a lot of storage, because we then generate so much resources that we have to store that somewhere. And I've checked, there are some really good, interesting storage possibilities in there. And one of them, a newer one, is the functional storage. At the end of the day, we will end up in AE2. But we can start off with this functional storage. That's where it's very close to what we have done normally in other mod packs with the drawers. But that could be one of the first ways, very cheap ways, to get our problems solved when it comes to storing all the resources that are coming out of this process. And if we have this, then we should generate enough basic resources that we can go back and say, now we're working on another level of power, so that we can probably upgrade all of that, speed it up, make it more efficient, more faster, so that we can generate even more resources to feed all the other projects that we have planned. So that's it. So for today, very simple, trying to get into Mechanism, the first step, and let's see if we can build a wind generator. But I can see Rian is here. He has a fantastic cobblestone in the hand. Rion, how are you doing? What's your plan for today?
I'm fine. I just try to feed you the materials, I guess.
Okay. When you remember back in one of our episodes before, when we started off with the crucible, I said we cannot see how much lava is in there, so we have to go up and look. Actually, that was really, it's very easy. Just press the shift button and you can see how much lava is in there, how many cobblestone. It's just a shift button. I completely oversaw
That's good
that.
to know.
Easy, isn't it? So that's one thing. The other thing was also with waiting for the water. I think if a lot of people that know how to play Skyblock, they know that we could have set up an oak. Well, how is it called? It's not a crucible. It is really explained where you put that in, put the leaves in, and then you can generate out of that. You can generate some water. But anyways, let's first get started. Let's see. You want to go to sleep, Rion? Or do
Okay,
you want to?
give me a moment.
Are you waiting for our friends?
I mean, I would like some zombie friends, but I don't think phantom friends would work because zombie friends would hopefully give us the inferium essence, and I need 8 inferium essence to start with mystical agriculture. So if we find that on the side, it would be nice to collect that.
So either you want to go and build a mob farm, would be one possible
Yeah, I
possibility.
mean, I said I wanted to build big things, and for big things we need a lot of land mass, and I don't want to build everything out of wood like we have here for the
Yeah,
platform.
yeah, true, true.
I want to make something like a hill, something more natural looking, and for that I would need dirt. And the only way to gain large quantities of dirt that I've seen so far is, or let's say one of the easy ways to achieve that would be to start with mystical agriculture and make some earth essence to really produce a lot of dirt. And I'm not talking about 10 pieces, 100 pieces, 10 stacks. I'm talking about 10,000 blocks, 100,000 blocks. I'm talking about big, scale it up, make a full hill out of dirt, so we have something nice looking
Okay,
with
okay.
grass on.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I mean, I'm thinking about two or three possibilities how you can get the essence. The first one is, yeah, building a mob farm, very easy. Somewhere you can go 20 out or so that the mobs will spawn. Then you try to kill a few of them, and they should drop. I think that's a very easy one. Second one could be that you are working towards. We can go into the Twilight. We have other dimensions. Twilight is one of them. We would go in there and we'll for sure find some mobs there. Or the other dimension, I don't know. Twilight is probably the first one. Um, we would need some diamond armor. So I don't know if we are ready for that, to be honest. But that's the second one I can think of. And the third one is actually, I think that we can even sieve that. Um,
you mean
your,
inferium essence?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I
In,
didn't see. Oh no, well that's crushed
it's
netherrack. That's not easy to get.
I'm not so
Oh,
much worried
I
about the
mean,
netherrack. I'm more worried about the netherite mesh, to be honest.
yeah, the netherrack we can gain by crushing. Was it crushing? The crushed netherrack, yeah, but just crushing netherrack, I guess that's still doable because the base netherrack
Yeah,
is just lava with redstone dust.
so we could
But
get
yeah,
that.
you're right. The mesh will likely be a bit more difficult.
I mean, not that we are. Oh, a magma block will give you netherrack. But I mean, yeah. So what I mean is the mesh will be the thing that's longer. So if you want to do it in this episode or very soon, I would really just
No, no,
Go
no.
go
That's
go
not the
go
plan.
somewhere in a
That's more.
direction. Build a small a small mob farm, because if you just need 6 or 8, I think that's easy to do. We can probably do that offline. Building a small mob farm is nothing that people would be interested in. I assume we will build mob farms down the line to get some other resources. But for today, I would say I'm focusing on the.
Yeah, that's more of a midterm goal, anyways, for me. But you know, if we see some zombies, slaughter some zombies because we forget to put some torches somewhere, then we might as well keep the essence if we find any.
Absolutely, yeah.
I hope monsters even drop the inferior essence because, well, that's usually where it drops from, besides ores, but there's no guarantee that it drops from monsters at all, so I just assumed that they would drop it, but let's see. Maybe they don't.
Industrial grade metal. What's that? Why do I have that? Very strange. I have no idea.
That's from smelting down iron ingots. Maybe you put an iron ingot in the furnace.
Oh yeah, I'm not quite sure, Rian, if you've seen that, but I've upgraded our furnaces. We have now
Okay.
gold furnaces, and
Show me.
you can actually config the furnace. And the thing is, you have on top you have the chest for the input, and on the back end you have the output. So whatever you want to smelt down, put it on top, and it will go down immediately. And yeah, smelt it down. I need some redstone. Okay, and with that,
Okay.
I've not
So
crafted. Yeah.
maybe you put an iron ingot into the wrong chest, in the top chest, then it smelts it down to
Yeah, could
industrial
be.
grade
Yeah,
metal.
could be. What I've done was to have input and output in the same chest. So probably it just did the first iron and then I don't know, smelting the second iron down. So what we have here right now is the metallurgic infuser. And why do we need that? So let's go back and let's check in the JEI. At the end of the day, what we want is a wind generator from Mekanism. Okay, there we need some osmium. That's easy. Okay. We need an infused alloy, a basic control circuit, and then 2 of these energy tablets. And one of the energy tablets is again redstone, gold. Oh, sorry, nothing difficult. And then again 2 infused alloy. So we need 2, 4, 5 infused alloy, and 1 basic control circuit. And if you look how we can do that, the basic control circuit is osmium and redstone. Osmium and redstone. And let's try to do that. So I can show you how that works. So let's get 1 osmium and 1 redstone. Here is the osmium. And now as a kind of infused material, we put in the redstone. See, the redstone is gone. It now says redstone 10 MB. That's the redstone that you just put in. The osmium is still there and it's not starting to work because for the osmium, we need a second one. So if you see, now I have 2 redstones, 1 osmium. Now it gets start going. And at the end of the day, we should have our basic control circuit. Here it is. We need 1 of them. So for the other stuff that we just discussed, the infused alloy, how can you get the infused alloy? Hello, where I can see that? Where can I show you the infused alloy? Infused alloy. At the end of it should be iron with redstone. Here it is. Iron and redstone. And I think this is just a 1-to-1. Let's try that out. Let's say I have 1 iron and I have 1 redstone, and it starts working. The reason why I'm extremely picky here with how many redstone I put in, because you will see later down the line when we are producing some other stuff, you could also need something else in there, not only redstone. If we just have one metallurgic infuser and we are very low on material, I wouldn't push that too far. I would really go exactly with what we need. So we said we need
And dump it, but then the material is lost, so we don't want that unless we have lots of spare material. And at
that's
the
correct.
beginning, we
That's
don't have.
correct. You could dump it, but that's really that's one of the reasons why. If you don't have a lot of material, just make sure that you put in the right numbers, and that's it. Just yeah, so you completely understand. Here, this is powered, of course. Therefore, I put it besides the coal generator. But what you also could do if you have a lot of redstone, you could also power it with redstone. That's an interesting one. If you're really starting off very early on and you have a lot of redstone, you can put that in there. So now we have our 5. That should be okay and enough. Let's see if we can craft it. So first we need our... Oh, I need gold. Where do we have gold? Here we have some gold. Let's see. Oh, could have done that easier. Okay, 2 tablets. And now we should have... That was quite easy. Now we have our first wind generator, and when I'm correct, I have to put it like this. Yes. Now let's check that out. 33.6. Out 192 FE per tick. Let's see how much that is generated. Oh, one of the interesting things that I wanted to test out is if it can connect with the energy pipes, or if we have to craft new ones from Mekanism. So let's see. Where do you have our pipes? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of these pipes, but... Oh, and do I have the wrench? Yeah, I have the wrench. So what's the best way to do that? Oh man, I think I did it. Ah, no. I did exactly the same thing as Rian last time. I lost the generator.
Did you not use an iron pick, or?
No, I don't think so. What's that? No, it's a stone pick. I had the iron pick in my inventory.
Maybe we should make some iron picks and just throw the stone picks away.
Yeah, probably a good idea. 193. No, I don't think it's working. So, what now? Let's see.
Let me do that right away, because otherwise I will just end up winning many, many more machines.
55, 56, 57.
There you go.
Looks good. Looks good.
Behind you.
Oh, thanks a lot. Oh, very good. Okay, so, yeah, that's really... No, I want to throw you away. Okay. Yeah, great. I think that works. And because that works, but it doesn't show me... I don't believe the 33.6. No idea what exactly that is. But the point is, it's generating more energy than these 2 machines. are using, and that's a good sign. So I would say let's try to do 2 other ones. Yeah, I will build 2 additional ones. What do you think, Rian? Is that okay? If you want to build,
why not?
yeah.
192 FE per tick. That sounds quite good. I mean, they probably go much higher the values if we.
Honestly, I don't believe that that's really the 192 out. What's the power? 33.6. What is that? Is that really the consumption? And 192 is what it could give? No way. Let me see if I start off. I need some redstone. Do we have some redstone here? Oh no, that's of course that's gravel. It's not gonna. This is not correct. So let's see. I have the redstone. I have the. I used, I think, 2 osmium and 5 iron. Yeah. So let's see if I put that
The
in.
power is probably how much it produces, and the output is the maximum output from the buffer, I guess.
So now I'm going.
33 doesn't sound like a ton.
Using 20. That's unchanged, isn't it? Oh, here, producing 33.6. Max output 192. Is that the restriction of the cable, of really the output? I don't know.
Either the cable or the.
I don't know. But this is all full, isn't it? That's all working. And I still have the infuser running. That's kind of interesting. I'm not quite sure if I should build 2 other ones. Oh, why not? You can never have enough. You can never have enough power. Let's build 2 other ones. Let's build 2 other ones, then we have 3. That's fine. Really good. And then we can start on automating.
I mean, it's easy to see how much the mechanism tools need, but it's hard to see how much the machinist systems.
Yeah, it's 20. This one is 20, and this one is so cheap because there are no upgrades in there. Normally, if you upgrade mechanism, it's. Oh, hello. Do I have a sword? We need to kill these guys, I guess.
This is a trader-free zone.
Very nice.
We got some leather and some.
Yeah, I think we need some torches out there. It's or is that are you checking out if we can get some mobs here?
Details. Let me.
Okay. That's it. Good. Do I need something else? Let me see. So I need 4 of these. Oh. Uh-oh. I think we don't have enough redstone. Really, really bad. We need more redstone.
Make some more.
Yeah. Shall I do it quickly per hand? Yeah, wasn't bad. What else do we have? That's gone away. That's away. Okay. Let me see if that's enough. I doubt it, but... Oh yeah, that's... I think for a second one. Let's first try to get a second one done. Okay. I have 7 left. I need one more. Of course I need one more. This is sand. I want to have some dust. Do we have some dust?
Let me mix them.
Yeah, we have some dust. Okay, looks good. Perfect. Very good. Nice. Oh, you're getting so much stuff. That's fantastic. Now let's do 2 of these. And then let's do second one. And we should have really a lot. Not really a lot. Can I put that on the side? Well, I think in reality it should it should not be that ideal that they're as close together as we built it here, but that's okay for me. That's okay. If it works, I'm fine. Oh, no. I think that's it. Now we should have some power. And I think it would be good if I have here, yeah, something like that. Hey, the trader's still there. Did you, Rian, have you checked what he has? Now it's too late. Anyways, it doesn't matter what he had.
He has a corpse. He has a corpse.
He has a corpse. Yeah, that's it. We have the first power. I don't think it's a lot, but should be good enough. Yeah, fantastic. And our next step would be I will work on the machines here, on the hammers and the sieves, so that we can build up in the next episode really for the gravel, for the sand, and for the dust, the production lines. And with that, thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Rian, thanks a lot for working with us.
See you in a bit.
Thank you, and bye-bye.